I wanted to talk a little bit about discovery. So when I'm doing musical ideas or doing an arrangement, sometimes something will happen, some sort of aha moment that shows up while I am in the process of doing that. So I'm going to show you an example of that in this session. So I was doing an arrangement and I had a few effects on some percussive elements. And when I stopped playing it, the tail end of the percussive element kept going because I had a delay on it. And I thought, you know what? I kind of like that and I'm going to capture that. So that's what we're going to do in this session. So I have 3 different drum loops. Again, these are from my Astral Fragment Sample pack. So let's sample these. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you a happy accident that happened while I was actually arranging a track, and I thought would be a fun thing to add. I like minimal percussion most of the time, although I do like big kicks too, but I like pieces of flair in the percussive realm where they maybe only happen once or twice, or maybe they only happen through part of the arrangement, not the entire way through. So what I'm going to do, I'll take this one and I'm going to, we're going to use some beat repeat. Actually, let's try a preset this time. Let's see how it sounds. Dig that. So what I would do is insert an audio track and I'm going to record from this drum loop. But what I'm going to do also, let's see, I'm going to add a delay to this so that it captures the beat repeat for a little while and I can record that. So let me find my delay. So let's do, I don't know, let's try this one. Let's just see how it sounds. Okay. So that tail end that you hear will capture that and it'll be its own percussive element. So let's arm this track. And then what I'll do is I will play this one. So now I've captured that tail. So let's turn this back on. We'll just solo it. So now we have a little tail here. You can even just do just a little bit of it. So let's do one measure. So that becomes its own percussive element, which is great because again, you can use this to create a whole new loop for your beats if you want, or it could just be like a transitional thing that you use in your arrangement. And then a lot of the time, so I want it to have it, in order to have it to sound different, I'll add effects to that. So let's choose, maybe let's try Gatelab. This is also from Audiomodern, free, VST. Can have some interesting effects with this. It's very quiet. Here, let's turn this up a little bit. So then sometimes I'll even put reverbs on this, and just for the example, I'll stick with the free stuff and use Magic Dice. you've got a cool little percussive element that could be, you know, in the peripheral. So again, just so we remember where it came from, this is what we started with, was just taking it from this. So I would encourage you to play around with, you know, taking a sample or even a drum kit. If you want to use a drum kit for this, that's totally fine too. You can, if you play your own drums. I suck at that, so I use loops a lot and sequencers to create my beats because I can't play drums. I can't finger drum. So for me, this works great. So let's do a different beat repeat and a different delay to create a different type of percussive situation here. So let's do, how about this one? We'll do this one. Let's see what it sounds like. And I think maybe we'll try a filter delay. Let's try. We'll use a preset, wand order. Let's just see how it sounds. Okay. And then I think, well, let's see. Let's do this fourth distant. Let's see what we got here. So I'm going to let this play and then stop it and record the tail. Okay. So let's see what we got. Oh, I forgot we have this on. Let's take this off. So again, I'm just going to make a small loop out of it. And I'm actually going to put it on its own track. Play those together. You could also, like I was saying, you could do a reverb on this. Let's just go with Ableton's reverb. Sounds cool to me. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think this is really cool. And it's a quick way to create like a new feel, new sound to something percussive that's not your straight kick, snare, kick, snare. It's got movement. It has some echo and delay. You could throw filters on it, distortion even. Yeah, there's a lot you could do. Like, let's throw a redux on one of these. Kind of sounds crunchy. Let's put it before the reverb. Oh, you get some noise in there, which is cool. Let's put it with this. Put it with this one. And then if you wanted to, you know, you could add your your kick to it. I'm going to pick a kick of this sample pack from Precursor. I will link it. It's a pretty good sample pack. I like his kicks. Let's see. Let's take this one. Turn down a little bit. Even playing it with the original. Let's see what that sounds like. So let's turn these off. And I'm going to have the original, and I'm going to turn off all of these so we can hear it again, what we started with. And then I'm going to play what we just made with it. So something really simple, just taking the tail end of putting effects on a sample, capturing those, creating new sounds from them. Not complicated. So you could do this with field recordings. Maybe you have a field recording, a percussive sound from clanking on a glass or a spoon on the counter or something like that. You bring it in, you put effects on it, you record even that or the tail end of the effect as it fades out. So this brings really interesting, like kind of artifact sounds, flair, I call them pieces of flair, to have in your work that is interesting and unique. So try it out. I would love to know how it goes.